least he's happy with her work. Gets back into the same tree she was in before.
Mr. Nico.
Into the long hallway we go.
Okie dokie. In front of you, you see 4 different doors. What do you do?
I will go to the most far door, all the way in the back. Since that is usually where the most important things are.
Okie dokie. You simply walk straight in.
I will listen first, see if I hear any voices, anything.
Roll me a perception check.
Two.
You listen very, very closely. You can hear something moving. You put your head right up against the door. You hear a scrape.
I open the door.
This room has 3 doors and a wood-carved staircase that ascends to a higher level. The walls are a dense tangle of tree roots and brambles, nestled among which are 5 animated portraits. One of a... Oh, I forgot to look about this. Svelte, dark-haired woman, the others depicting hags.
Are those the 3 hags? Or are these 2 of the 3 that we know how they look?
Correct. One
Okay.
is of a toadish hag that you recognize to be Bevlora. One is a skeletal hag wearing a black theatrical contraption resembling a dress. The other is of a hag with a wind-up key in her back who passed you not long ago, but she looks younger. Her skin not quite as taut, a few more teeth in her mouth. And the other is of a civet, dark-haired woman with a commanding presence. Above them all is an additional one in a much larger portrait. This is of a very ancient hag. She looks like something straight out of a fairy tale of what you would think of when you would think of a hag.
Alright. Paintings located. That's nice. I will take the first door to the left.
Okay, taking the first door to the left. Creaking softly, the rocking horse moves back and forth near the door. Peeling paint covers its limbs, and its rocker is thick with moss. A rictus grin is painted across its face. Near protruding roots is a painted wooden box, 3 feet on the side. A crank protrudes from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box. The rocking horse has a large depression in its forehead. You are otherwise outside. Stage. Birds in the trees chirping away.
That is good news. Outside. Close the door.
Okie dokie.
And I'm checking the other door.
Straight past the page. Keep on selecting until you forget to be selected. You're going straight into this one again? Or
yeah, probably. Yeah.
This squalid kitchen is carved out of the trunk of a fallen oak. A large clay oven sits in the middle of the room, surrounded by crowded shelves laden with forest fungi, jars of pickled grubs, animal skulls, and mouldy cookbooks. Sickly sweet vapors emerge from the cauldron that rests atop the oven. A young human girl, shackled to a work table, is hard at work peeling potatoes. Set into the floor nearby is a padlocked iron gate for which you hear a gruff male voice say, "Those potatoes." The girl peeling the potatoes doesn't actually look up towards you as you enter.
I will. She's shackled to the workbench.
Yep.
All right.
It is shackled to her ankle.
Yeah. I'm gonna try something stupid. I will walk in. I say, all children have to go to the forest. As I walk in. Let's see.
The
Continue.
young girl looks up towards you as you speak. Oh, do you think again? Do it again. She then looks back towards the potatoes and goes back to peeling.
I will move closer. Saying it again. All children have to go to the forest. And I, seeing as she is tied down or locked, I will grab my glaive.
As you grab the glaive, she suddenly turns and hurls a potato at your face. I'm going to assume a 4 does not hit.
No.
Bashes against the shelves instead behind you. Just how am I meant to leave? She kicks her foot, pulling against the table. What do you mean we can go to the forest? I thought I was being punished here for going through the forest. You trying to get me in trouble?
Not saying anything, I will grab the glaive and try to carefully aim towards to where the chain is being tied to the table.
Okie dokie.
I'm okay with breaking the table.
Make me an attack roll with advantage. Given it's a stationary object that you're aiming for.
That's first roll.
And as soon as you start to raise your glaive, she will back away quite quickly.
14.
Okie dokie. Roll me your damage.
Will I put a divine smite?
Want to smite the lock? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So 13 plus, what's my divine smite? 2d8? Yeah. So 21 damage on the lock.
You hit the lock and it explodes. In a bright flash of light, metal bits go everywhere. You bounce off you harmlessly. And she falls, kind of scrambling around to the other side of the grate. I'm sorry.
I will
She has to back up further.
hold out my hands to help her stand up.
She's rather terrified at the moment.
In that case, I will I was saying, At the forest, there are people waiting for you. Other children are there. Meet with them. And I just leave the room.
But what about Elkhorn?
I turn back inside. Oh,
As you say that and look down, you see a very small grate in the floor. And you see a shadow move in it. It means me.
are you a child?
Just because I'm a dwarf does not mean I'm a child. Why does everyone always assume I'm a child? Just because I'm short. You get a better look. You see he is effectively naked except for a loincloth in a small, shallow kind of mud hole in the ground.
Is the grate locked?
It is indeed, yes.
Time to bust it open. Same thing, but this time without Divine Smite. To hit.
It hits. Roll your damage.
10.
Was it straight hit this time?
What? With the?
Was it a straight hit or was it a smite?
Oh, it's just a normal hit. Straight hit.
Okay. Your glaive comes slashing down onto it and it bangs off the lock. You can see some damage to it, but it seems like it's more of a sturdy lock. What? Do you not have the key? Do you just hit things?
I hit it again.
Hit it again.
I hit it again.
Actually, you'll have advantage on these hits as well because it's stationary again, sorry.
14 to hit.
Will not hit in this case. You just bang off the bars instead. What the hell's wrong with you? Do you respond to him at all, or?
How bad was the damage on the lock? Is it like barely hanging on, or?
It's, you can see you've nicked away some of the metal, but it's got a way to go.
Way to go. In that case, I will just try and brute force it.
Okie dokie.
Grab it by the bars first.
And then give me an athletics check, please. You pull on them and you start to strain, and it does not give. Okay. There is a key. Now, robots, do you know what key is?
I do not know where the key is.
Do you know what a key is?
I know what a key is.
Okay, good. So, Scabifer has a ring of keys. If you get these keys, it will unlock this. Hey? Or you can just keep pulling until you eventually make it, whichever one you want.
I keep pulling until I eventually make it.
Let's see how... No, roll. Let's see how long it takes until you make it.
Just so high this time.
Doors, man.
Oh, decently. 19.
Keep going.
Just keep rolling.
Yep. Because it'll be taking up time. So
25.
okay, you get it on that one. Okay. On the previous one, you pull and you start to feel it give ever so slightly, and then you start to push down and pull on the other side. You feel like you've ever so slightly. Then, confident you've got it, you set your feet, you set your back. You reach down and yank and you pull away the mortar with the actual bars. Bricks clashing around. And the dwarf just kind of looks up at you.
I strained my back. I mean, you have to go to the forest.
Right.
Need a hand?
Please.
I give him a hand to pull him out.
He, rather embarrassingly, lets you lift him up and out. Brushes himself off, trying to kick off some of the mud. I got on myself if anyone asked, okay?
Listen, just go. Just go. Find a pixie. You can trust her. There are people in the forest, children. Just go. I just leave.
If you find my stuff, I'll take it back. Fine, spy. He leads the girl out. And eventually, they make their way out as well. So, Pixie, you will see a dwarf leading a young female child out.
As before watching, if they move towards the forest or if they're looking for something, like just having close attention on them, seeing what they're doing.
He's leading her by the hand. Again, he doesn't actually have his armor or anything there. That's just the picture from the book for him. Right, it's going to be fine now. We're out, don't worry. Now he says that's people over this way. He starts walking towards the edge of the forest.
Paying close attention as long as to where I last saw Will of the Feywild's companion child. Not going to interact.
Okay. And they disappear into the bush. Just walking slowly. Catch a faint murmur of, I told you that a third time was the try. Or success, or you know what I mean. We got out. Now. To find heart's desire. And the voice drifts off as it gets further away. So Nico, what are you doing now?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. This one. Straight in.
Straight in, okay. Okay. A staircase runs along the wall of this circular room and climbs to an upper level. Tucked behind curtains of moss and ivy are numerous bookshelves bearing ancient tomes. And built into one of the bookcases is a tall oval mirror in a wooden frame. Flickering candlelight emanates from an eye socket of a human skull resting atop a roll-top desk.
Creepy, but okay. I'll just go up the staircase, I think.
On top, is that considered a separate area? Let me just double check that. Jesus. Almost everything about this bedroom is orderly. From the bed with the patchwork quilt to an ornamental pigs arranged in neat rows on the dresser. Such tidiness is at odds, however, with the decaying dollhouse sitting on the bedside table. This 3-foot-tall edifice has seen better days and is now besmirched by peeling paint, mold, and rot. Behind the dollhouse, by the window, moths flutter inside large bell jars. Facing one another along the outer wall are a pair of doors. Next to the door closest to the stairs is a wooden rocking cradle with a neatly folded blanket on it.
Is there anything inside the cradle?
No. It's simply empty and made up.
Well, that's the dollhouse. I will. How big is the dollhouse? Better question. Can I fit it in my backpack?
It is. I'm going to say 3 foot tall by 3 foot wide.
It's too big for a backpack, I think. Peeking inside the dollhouse. What do I see?
As you peek inside the dollhouse, you see various little ornamentation things. You see a pair of dolls holding hands. A little trinket of an eyeball on a necklace. A frog head on a pig's body. All kinds of strange little bits and bobs. And you get a tingling on the back of your head as you look inside. And your eyes rest on what is effectively a teeny tiny flesh doll. No features, just like a flesh toy.
Oh.